is going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next? I'm Mike, your host, and I hope you guys are having the best day ever. Before I get started, guys, if you are new here, please subscribe if you haven't already done that. We're on the road to 73,000 subscribers, and I would love you to join me on this journey. So hit subscribe right now and join the fam. And also, guys, can follow me on all my social media. Links are in the description. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat, so go follow me on all of those. And once again, I am coming back at you guys with another creepy video, and today we are talking about another scary story. And this scary story is called The Greenbrier Ghost. So, The Greenbrier Ghost is a true story about a young girl who was killed in the year 1897 in Greenbrier County, West Virginia. They say that her ghost actually came back from the dead so she could name her killer. So enough of the jibber jabber, let's jump right over to the story. The Greenbrier Ghost. There was a young woman named Elva Zona Shue who lived in Greenbrier County in West Virginia. She was married to a man named Edward who worked as a blacksmith. They seemed very happy together, but Zona's mother never liked Edward Shue and warned her daughter not to trust him. One day, after they had been married only 3 months, Edward sent a young African-American boy named Andy Jones to his house on an errand. He was supposed to ask Zona if there was anything she needed from the store. The boy found Zona's body lying on the floor at the bottom of the stairs. Her eyes were wide open and staring right at him. She was dead. The boy ran home to tell his mother, and she raised the alarm. Edward went home, carried his wife's body up to the bedroom, and dressed her in her Sunday best. When the coroner arrived an hour later, he found the dead woman wearing a stiff-collared dress that covered her neck, and she had a veil over her face. Edward was cradling his wife's head and sobbing hysterically. When the coroner tried to take a closer look, Edward reacted so violently that the coroner gave up and left. He listed her cause of death as being due to childbirth. The strangest thing about it was that Zona had not even been pregnant. When Zona's mother found out her daughter was dead, she shouted, "The devil has killed her!" During the funeral, Zona's mother took a sheet from inside the coffin and brought it home. When she washed it in a basin, the water turned as red as blood. The old woman believed that this was a sign that Zona had been murdered. Every night for the next 4 weeks, Zona's mother prayed that the truth about her daughter's death would be revealed. She didn't have long to wait. One night, the ghost of Zona appeared to her mother and told her exactly how she died. She said Edward was cruel and abusive to her. One day, he went too far. She told him that she had no meat for his dinner, and Edward flew into rage. He attacked his wife and broke her neck. When she said this, the ghost slowly turned her head completely around at the neck. The next morning, Zona's mother went to the police and told them what she had seen. Although they were skeptical, they dug up Zona's body again and performed a proper autopsy. When he heard the news, Edward began to get nervous and stressed out. He wandered around the town saying, "They will not be able to prove I did it." The autopsy revealed that Zona's neck had been broken and she had been strangled to death. On her throat were the marks of fingers. Edward Shue was arrested and charged with murder. When the police investigated his background, they found some suspicious facts. Edward had a violent temper. He had beaten his first wife severely and thrown her out of the house. His second wife had died mysteriously of a blow to the head. As he sat in his jail cell, Edward was sure he would not be convicted of Zona's murder. He told everyone who would listen that there was no evidence against him. During the trial, Zona's mother was called to testify on the stand. She told the jury how Zona's ghost had appeared to her and revealed the name of her murderer. Nobody knows if the jury took her story seriously, but they did come back with a guilty verdict, and Edward was sentenced to life in prison. He died a few years later in Moundsville Penitentiary. Today, there is a sign on the highway near Greenbrier. It reads, "Greenbrier ghost, interred in nearby cemetery, is Zona Hester Shue. Her death in 1897 was presumed natural until her spirit appeared to her mother to describe how she was killed by her husband Edward. Autopsy on the exhumed body verified the apparition's account. Edward, found guilty of murder, was sentenced to the state prison. Only known case in which testimony from ghost helped convict the murderer."
And that is the end of that, guys. I hope you enjoyed this story, and it was a true story, believe it or not. That was a true story, and that sign that I read about at the end of the story in Greenbrier is actually really there. But one thing I didn't get is, back in those days, I don't think they had like the technology to actually prove if anybody killed someone, like, you know, like DNA, fingerprints, fingernails, that kind of thing. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm no professional, but I wouldn't have thought that back then they had that kind of technology. So therefore, anybody could have killed her, but the husband got the blame because the mom said that her ghost appeared and told her. What if it was the mom that killed her? And because she said at the very beginning of the story that she didn't like Edward. So what if the mom killed her? And then the husband got put in prison, in the state prison, for the rest of his life. Now, I don't know. Somehow I don't believe that's what happened. I think the mom loved her. But I don't know. You never know. My question to all of you guys for question of the day is, do you believe the story is 100% accurate? And do you think that actually happened? Let me know what you think. That is question of the day. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button down below. And let's see if we can go for 18 billion likes on this video. I would really appreciate that. And remember, the most important thing of all, guys, chase your dreams. I love you all, and don't let anybody bring you down. Peace out.